on the edge of my seat, just waiting to hear a date. And now that we actually have one, nothing has changed in the game right now, but I don't know. I'm so excited. How is everyone else feeling about it? December 6th, in case you haven't seen, that's when the Toy Story update is officially dropping in Disney Dreamlight Valley. So far, we have confirmed that we're getting Buzz and Woody, but we don't really know what else we're going to be getting. So some of that will be like a little bit of a mystery that we get to uncover as well. Scrooge did not give us any clothing items today. That's so sad. I don't think I've ever seen these red counters before.
Hello.
It's definitely new.
Hope you have a bull market day.
I also don't think I've ever seen this guitar before.
Good day, dear.
I really don't ever get tangled items, so that's very exciting. Okay, sweet.
Goodbye.
I'm very, very excited about the Toy Story update. I am trying to like come up with a list of things that I really want to see in it, but I haven't quite figured out what that is. Like, I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high, just because I don't think it's not a story update, so it's not going to be anything crazy expansive, I don't think. Oh no, this is like the worst place for this to happen, in a corner here where everything's cramped. So I don't think we're gonna get any huge surprises like the mine that we got with the Scar update, but I think we'll definitely still get maybe a couple more things than we anticipate. You're excited for it? You have Eric left to finish quests for, so it'll be nice to have something to do. Oh my goodness, yes. I feel like I've still found things to do around the valley. Like, I think this game does a really good job of making it so there are a lot of things to either do or kind of work towards. Anna is so cute sitting on the bench. She just got up. But my favorite part of the game is the story and the characters and the quests. So I'm very, very excited to have a new realm to explore. I mean, we definitely got a good sneak peek of it in the trailer, but to actually get to walk around Andy's room, to get to actually interact with Woody and Buzz, I think it'll be a really great time. And then obviously the quests. So as for today's stream, pretty standard. We're gonna do some of our daily duties, just chat a little bit. I haven't thought about if there's something that I particularly want to build today. We'll see if I can think of something along the way. But I would like to try to work on getting some memories. I don't really do a lot of digging in the game. I do a fair bit of mining, but I feel like I still have so many mining memories that I need to get. What are the other ones? Fishing? I never fish in the game. So maybe we'll do some more like things around the valley that might give us some memory. I also don't know which of the sunbirds are here today. Today is Raven Day though, right? Yeah, today's Tuesday. So this afternoon, the Raven will be here. Well, tonight, I guess. That's late. Which sunbirds do we have here? The emerald and the golden ones. Okay. But yeah, I feel like this morning I have actually had a pretty productive morning. Like today feels like it's been 3 or 4 days long already. I woke up really early. My sister came into town this morning to stay with us for Thanksgiving, so that was super exciting, but I woke up a little bit earlier than usual to kind of make sure I was awake and everything was ready for when she got here. I uploaded a new video that's looking at the Cinderella collection of clothes in the game. That was one of the first ones that I finished. So that was very exciting. What else have I done? I watched a couple episodes of MasterChef while I was finishing the video. I always watch MasterChef while I'm editing now. And that was definitely a good time. And then the announcement for Toy Story came out of the blue. I wasn't expecting it today, but I'm very glad we got it. Oh, one thing I'm curious about. A video of mine through on the algorithm and you saw that I was live, hello, welcome. We're happy to have you. We're currently just chilling in the valley doing our daily tasks. Usually for the streams lately, we've been going around feeding the critters, taking care of the valley, and then we usually do some decorating later on in the stream. What's more new on Toy Story? Oh, so the devs just announced the date for the Toy Story update. It's coming on December 6th, which is 2 weeks away, which is so soon, but also so far. I feel like the wait is going to be painful. Where are these foxes? We might have to come back to Frosted Heights. I have no idea where they are. Um, but yeah, we know for sure that we're getting Woody and Buzz in a realm. But we don't really know if they'll sneak in any more surprises like they did with the Scar update, or kind of what fun things we'll get. So definitely looking forward to that. It seems so far, I know it does. But I feel like that's about the same amount of time that they gave us in between announcing Scar and, well, not like announcing that Scar was coming, but announcing the date and like when it actually happened. You started playing a weekish after the Scar update came out. Nice! So do you still have a lot of stuff to do, or did you kind of grind through everything really quickly? I was definitely on the grinding end of the spectrum, so I feel like I'm always in a state of waiting for things to come out in the game, but that being said, the game itself has only been out for like 2 months now, and we've already had one update, and we're gonna have another one, so... Where are any of my critters? They're all just nowhere to be found. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to swing back around later. Although, to be fair, I feel like with the raccoons, sometimes I just can't find them. You just unlocked Anna and Elsa. You were taking time to decorate before burning through the quest. Nice! Yeah, I actually didn't really start doing any decorating until all of my quests were finished, I think. Initially, I moved my house down to Peaceful Meadow, and I had decorated that area, but not really much else. But on stream lately, we've been kind of decorating slowly throughout the valley. So we got Moana's house done down here. We moved our house up to the forest. And we put Minnie and Mickey and Goofy and Donald all in Peaceful Meadow. You spent ages chasing raccoons earlier and you can't get to them to feed them. So a few people, or a couple people in stream have said that they use fences to corner them in. That might work out. I feel like I don't want to be premature, but I think we might be bugged because I haven't seen any critters anywhere. Wait, we definitely had some up in the plaza though. I definitely saw one of the squirrels, right? So where are our animal friends in every other biome? You'll try that? Yeah, let me know if it works. I haven't tried it, but there were a couple people who have issues sometimes with the raccoons, the crocs, and they said that using fences really helps. What? I think I'm gonna go back to the title screen and load back in because I do think that our animals are just not populating right now. But yeah, the Toy Story news was great. I can't wait for the realm. I wonder if it'll be something kind of like the Anna and Elsa quest where um, we had to kind of bring Anna to the valley first and then progress in her quest line before we were able to get Elsa. I wonder if it'll be like that with Woody and Buzz. I don't know. I'm just so... Oh, well, here's one of the raccoons. So I guess it worked. But now it's running away because... locked. Okay. But that's good. I'm glad we were able to fix that. I also, though, I feel like I'm always looking forward to things in this game, which on one hand is really nice because it means that obviously I really like it. But on the other hand, it's like I'm always just waiting for something. So even though the Toy Story announcement came out, I can't wait until we get an announcement for like, I don't know, the winter spring season next year and what characters we can expect then. I mean, I think most of us have an idea of what characters we're going to be getting because there's a pretty long list of confirmed characters that we've seen character models for, we've seen in promo and whatnot, so we can probably expect that those characters are the ones that are going to be coming the soonest. But I don't know, seeing like another trailer or getting an official news statement about who we're going to have early next year would be really fun. Okay. There are raccoons. Oh my goodness. That's my favorite thing. Just like seeing the villagers around the valley. Elsa's over here looking at a flower pot. Anna's sitting at a picnic bench. I love that so much. Okay. Now we can probably find our foxes. Let's see. I definitely need to gather more night shards. I feel like digging is not something that I do very often around the valley, and a lot of times I'll see one of the glittering areas and I'll just run right past it. Okay, are you behind the building? No. Are you hiding somewhere else? Well, there's Ursula, but that's not what we're looking for right now. Okay. We're going to assume for now that the fox is to be found. They want to be left in peace, and I don't blame them.
It's Maui time.
Not it's Maui time. I don't know if I must have heard him say that before, but I feel like I definitely forgot that catchphrase. Okay, let's find some squirrels. Or not. You know what? I'm gonna feed the ravens and we're gonna call it a day with trying to feed the critters. I feel like I don't know if they actually are just not showing up. Wait, it's been so long since I got a mushroom chest. See if it gives us something good. Ooh. I love furniture pouches, but they're always so hit or miss. A red corner counter. That's the exact thing we just bought from Scrooge. I had never seen one until today. And then we got one in the shop and one in a chest. That's funny. No. Sorry, Scar. I didn't mean to go into your house. I just want the chest that's right outside of it. No, you're fine. I don't need to speak with you. I really don't. There we go. Okay. We got that. What has everyone else been doing in the valley lately? Any, like, renovations? Pumpkin farming, which is always a classic. Anyone still working on quests? Let's see. I see the ravens. So far, I'm not seeing them. Okay, we'll do it once more around. See if we find them anywhere. This is so strange. You spent the morning organizing your valley and putting materials into chests. Nice! So did you, like, make a storage room? Or do you have your chests kind of out and about, like in the different biomes? I love hearing about how people are organizing their, like, storage and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm not imagining it. Let me know if anybody has seen the ravens around anywhere. I really do feel like the critters are just not spawning in my game right now. Which is interesting. I've never had a bug like this before. You put one next to each of Goofy's stalls. Nice, yeah. I have that in each of the biomes as well. It's nice when I'm going around picking things up to just be able to drop them in the biome and not clutter up my inventory. I wish I would have done something like that earlier in the game because um, the inventory is pretty small when you start out. But now that my inventory is a lot larger, I don't even need it as much, but it's still a very nice thing to have. Okay, let's pick all of these fruits while we consider what we should decorate or what we should do. I'm gonna have to pop on the Discord later and see if anybody has had any issues with critters spawning. Because I haven't before. It's the first time it's happened to me. Oh. Okay. Because my initial plan was kind of to do our house and then to finish up the peaceful meadow, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to put Buzz and Woody's homes or house if they share one down in the peaceful meadow, so I don't really want to like kind of finalize this area over here because I want to have the freedom to kind of put them over there. So, hey Lily Marie, you spent your morning looking for Mother Gothel's Dawn Shard. Oh, you were scared you might have a glitch, but you were able to finally complete it. Nice. Yeah, I know that was one quest that was bugged for some people, I think. There were a couple Mother Gothel quests, but they were supposed to be fixed in the last patch, but sounds like you were able to figure it out, so that's great. Okay. You know what? Let's do some mining. Where are Elsa and Eric? They're the two people that I usually mine with. I do wish we could change people's roles in this game. I feel like I was just way too excited when this game first came out, and I didn't really put as much thought into what I wanted each character to do. So some of them have roles that I feel like don't really fit necessarily. Right, you're the first one that I found, so you can come along with us while we go and try to get some mining memories.
You're always welcome at my restaurant.
I really like Remy. I think Remy's very cute. I also feel like I have a special fondness for Remy right now since I've been watching so many cooking shows. Mostly MasterChef lately. MasterChef Canada. I don't know why. It just popped up in my recommended on YouTube one day, and I watched a compilation that was like 50 minutes of, I don't know, the most beautiful dishes or something, and then I decided I needed to watch the series. So I have. Hey, Curly Girl Jess, how's it going? Oh my! Okay. Oh no. This is the worst time for our energy to go down into the blue. We're going so slowly. Oh well. We got most of those things at least. Wrong button. Let's eat some berry salad so we can move faster. Does anyone have a specific mining route that they usually use? I always start in the forest and then kind of go around the, I don't know, make a little loop. It's more like a snake, I think. Okay. I'm also so happy that I put on this hairstyle today. It's probably, I'm trying to think if it's not my favorite hair in the game. I think my favorite hair in the game is still the curly Minnie Mouse one, or like Mickey Mouse one with the buns. That's the one I usually use, and I think it's so pretty. But this is definitely in like my top 5 hairstyles. You always do a loop in the Glade of Trust and the forest. Oh, just because you're usually looking for iron. Yeah. The forest and the glade are where it's at for iron. Although I found that Usually if I want to do like a continuous iron run, I feel like I need to add one more biome in, because if I do 3 in a row and then loop back around, usually the rocks have respawned by then, but if I do 2, I have to wait for them to respawn. So if I'm doing iron, I'll do the glade and the forest, and then I'll usually add in um, sometimes sunlit, sometimes the forgotten land. Even though the iron rate isn't as high with those, still get some. Also, I'm so happy with this little wildflower field now. I went through and I'm probably going to continue to do it occasionally. I kind of picked up a couple of them so it looks a little bit less just like completely filled in. There's like a little bit more space between some of the flowers, and I really love it. Happy. I also just have so many questions about the floating islands around, because I feel like nothing's really been said about it in the game, but they easily could have not had floating islands and the game would have still looked great. So I feel like there's got to be some kind of lore or something that we just haven't uncovered yet. Do I think we'll be able to visit the floating islands? I don't know. I'm not sure. Because the only one we were able to go to was related to a quest that we had to do. But then it was locked again, like we can't get there. So I'm not sure. I'm wondering if maybe it'll have something to do with like a separate map, if there's a separate map added to the game at some point in the future, or yeah, I feel like it might be something like that. Still get clothing drops. You feel like you only get furniture motifs at the beginning. You remember getting outfits too. I do occasionally still get clothes bags, but I feel like any type of bag drops for me are just really what's the word that I'm thinking of? They kind of happen in bunches, so like I feel like the past week or so I've been getting a lot of bag drops, clothes and furniture, but I probably went 2 or 3 weeks without getting any, and then it just started happening again. You haven't gotten many clothes bags. Yeah, I feel like the drop rate in general for the bags is very low. Do I think it might be related to Captain Hook, the floating island? I'm not sure. Do I think they'll eventually let us buy crafted items from Scrooge again? Here's the thing. I really don't think that they will let us buy crafted items from Scrooge. I think it was probably miscoded initially when we were allowed to do that, because I feel like a lot of similar style games that have crafting components to them, you can't really buy crafted items. Like, I think part of the grind of the game is that you have to be able to get the resources, which is a pain if you're somebody who primarily wants to decorate and not really do like a lot of grindy stuff. But yeah, I really don't think they'll let us. What I do hope though is that they'll give us permanent recipes for items that we craft for quest, like Ariel's crafting station. I don't think do we still know the crafting recipe for the clock tower after building it for Minnie? I don't think we do. Not that I would want to like grind for those resources again. I don't want to, but it would just be nice in general for us to still be able to craft those items. You had about 13 chests in the game today after not seeing them for ages. Oh yeah, I didn't know until somewhat recently that the chests will continue to spawn. Um, like, I don't know, I just assumed that it was one of those things where if you don't open your chests daily, you know, you're still only going to have one per day, but that's not the case. I still log on every day, but I don't necessarily go out searching for the chests each day, so sometimes I'll find that I have 2, or sometimes even 3 when I do go around. Your critters are bugged. You can never unlock them after successfully feeding them. Yeah, that is a known issue. The devs are aware of it. There hasn't really been any word on when we can expect a solution to that. But yeah, for certain people,
I give this village
sometimes just like 1 or 2 critters will be bugged and they won't be able to unlock them. It would be nice. So far, you've only decorated the forest, beach, and frosted biome. You're saving the others for future characters. Nice. Where do you have your home in the valley? I definitely sometimes feel conflicted about decorating because I feel like the game looks pretty nice just when you open it. Like, I don't really think there are any big glaring things that I thought needed to be fixed immediately. And I can be a little bit self-conscious about decorating, so I'm always a little bit worried that I'm going to do something that I end up not liking, that I wish that I had the valley back how it was. But I've enjoyed decorating things lately. The only thing now is that we're in this stage in our valley where some areas I think look really nice, like the areas that we've decorated, but then the plaza here looks like a hot mess because we moved things out of the plaza to put them somewhere else, and we haven't come back and fixed this yet. Oh, here's a squirrel. Have your home in the forest? Nice. Once we get house skins, I would really like to put my house on the beach. The only thing is I feel like there are... Well, I have Moana on the beach. I do want to keep Eric on the beach, but I feel like the beach doesn't really have a lot of space that makes sense for houses. So that's my one concern about moving the house down there. I want to have space for the houses that look like they were... I'm trying to think of other... Oh yeah, because we're also getting a Stitch, and hopefully Lilo, although we don't have Lilo confirmed. But depending on... Well, I'm not sure if they're gonna give Stitch, like, a beachy hut kind of situation, or if they're gonna give Stitch more of, like, a futuristic kind of build that reflects the fact that he's an alien. I don't know. But I feel like Stitch is gonna have to go on the beach too, and I have no idea where I'm gonna put him. Listening while you drive? Well, hello. Welcome to the stream. Drive safe, please. You can't wait for the house skins to come. Oh, I can't wait either. I actually like the way our house looks now, but I still want the versatility of being able to change it. But then again, I am like a sucker for the color yellow, so the fact that our house is yellow, I just really appreciate. You avoid decorating the valley as it's so hard on Switch. Yeah. I initially decorated my house area on Switch and my plaza before I deconstructed it. I did on Switch, and it was so hard. Okay, our inventory is full. What do we want to do? Let's drop these. Pick these up. Eric and Ariel's houses annoy you because they're so big. Yeah, they are. I want to move Ariel's house like out into the water more, I think. Eric's house I think would look so nice on the little like sandbar over by Skull Rock, but we can't move the pillar yet, so it's hard. I also would like if we had more options for decorating in the water, because that's the one thing about Ariel's house. I really want to push it back so it's not accessible from shore to kind of free up the shoreline a little bit, but it's gonna look so, I don't know, so isolated. I wish we could decorate in the ocean water a little bit more. You took Maui to the mines and he kept getting stuck, so you don't recommend taking him there. Yeah, I feel like yeah, I've definitely gotten stuck with Maui before. I can't remember what role I gave to Maui. I know he's not a miner, but I guess we're just gonna put these flowers in the mine. It doesn't make any sense, but I would prefer to pick up these gems and come get these flowers later. Um, but last stream when we were also mining with Eric, he was doing that thing where you couldn't push past him. Like usually when you run up to the NPCs or when you're working with them, you can kind of like nudge your way around them, but he wasn't letting us do that, so we almost got trapped. Okay, let's see. And then we just have Forgotten Lands, and we've done an entire mining route, which is nice. Mining used to be my favorite thing to do in this game. I don't know why. I just loved running around and mining, which ended up being good because the mining achievements, I think you have to get like 1,000 of each. No, it can't be 1,000. It's not 1,000, but now I'm curious, so I'm gonna actually look at what it is. No, 120 of each, which was so difficult for topaz and diamond. They're topazes are like my nemesis in this game. Maybe it was 1,000 overall. Yeah, I think it was you had to mine 1,000 gems total. I really want to figure out, glad that these critters are like spawning now. I mean, I might have just been blind, but I'm pretty sure they weren't spawning before. But I want to figure out what I want to do with Forgotten Lands. The only thing is I don't really want to change things too much because I'm sure we're going to be getting characters there that I want to be able to kind of move up here. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of quest events that are happening in the Forgotten Lands in the future, like story quests. So I don't want to accidentally mess something up. I think we've also speculated about this on stream before, but what does everyone think about not like the green flames in and of themselves, but the green flames that have the chests in them? Because these chests definitely look like they're red, right? And we haven't seen any red chests. We've only had the blue moonstone ones, the green coin ones, and the yellow ones. So I wonder if we're going to be getting something different in those chests. You know what we could do today as decorating? We could decorate Merlin's house. He's also up in the forest. Sunbirds? Do, so we can feed them. Now that they're showing up, I do want to feed them. I think the only one that I'm missing is the brown raven, but I really want to complete the memory collections. Could house skins be in the red chest? I don't know. That would be interesting. I'm not sure if they have actually done anything in terms of house skins yet because that was something that was unlocked as like a pre-order event for the game. So I don't know if they would have actually done any work on it yet to have made chests designed specifically for that. That'd be cool though. Oh, Minnie was smelling the flower. I don't think I've ever seen that animation. Okay, let's go put all of this stuff away.
Look at all this Dreamlight. You're doing quite well.
And then we probably will decorate Merlin's today. Unless I have been buying a lot of like, I'm not sure whether they're the Moana items or Little Mermaid items. I think they're the Moana items, like the colorful ferns and palm trees. Oh, you can leave. Goodbye. That I think would look really nice with an aerial build. No, he's gonna follow me until I leave the house. Hey Elsa, how's it going? No, that's okay. You're on your way to the library so your Switch can get internet. Nice. You've been waiting for weeks for the Beauty and the Beast maze. It's the last thing you garden area. Is that like the topiary thing? Or is there a different, like a maze item? But that's really cool. Are you making the community garden area in the plaza?
He's never gonna believe me.
I definitely want a community garden area, I think. I'm gonna turn the plaza into, I'm gonna have like probably a small garden for planting seeds and things like that. Although I've kind of moved away from doing intense gardening. But I probably will still leave, like, obviously Scrooge's shop and Chez Remy. And I'm going to leave Remy's house up there because I don't think it really suits any of the biomes. And it just looks like it needs to be next to Chez Remy. Has anyone fully expanded their house? Like, I stopped at the 10 floors because that's what I needed to do to reach, like, expanding your house, the achievement or something like that. Oh, he's sitting in the chair! That's so cute! I don't think I've seen any of the characters. Well, I don't bring any of the characters into my house, really. But I've never seen them, like, sit and chill. Alright, we'll put this iron away, and the rest of the stuff we can leave in our inventory for now. We don't really need much space anymore, I don't think. Just this stuff like so. Your plaza has been a shopping area and the community garden on the other side. Nice. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Actually, should we try to figure out what we're doing with the plaza? The one thing is, I mean, we don't have any guarantees that we're getting any other buildings to go, like community buildings, but I don't want to make my plaza and then have to completely redo it because we have new. But it also just looks so bad right now because I initially had Goofy's house over here, and then I had Mickey and Minnie like over where Maui is. That's what I had going on when I had my home in the Peaceful Meadow. But then I wanted to move all of the like OG Disney characters down into the Peaceful Meadow, so I moved Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and Donald down there. But now this is all empty. I don't feel like I have a strong enough idea yet. Let's take a look at where we have Merlin. Maybe we'll do Merlin's house. I'm between Merlin and Ariel. Okay. So I do want to keep Merlin in this, I think. I just don't know whether I want him to be turned facing this way or to stay turned like sideways. Let's clean up a little bit around. Although, I think we will go down to the beach still. Because I want to at least get an idea of where I want to have Ariel's house. And then maybe once we figure out where we're placing the buildings down on the beach, we can figure out what we actually want to decorate. You might move Ursula's house to the glade. Yeah, that's where I have her. I have her, like, by the waterfall. Oh, here's one of our turtle friends. Hi, Gain Life. This game is on sale through Nintendo. I did hear that. Yeah, so if anybody still needs to pick up a copy and you're planning on playing on the Switch, now might be a good time to grab it. Okay, so I really would like to put Ariel's house kind of right here where Eric's house is, but in the water. Because I want you to be able to see it when you're coming down this, like, ramp here. I think that would be very nice. The only thing is Eric's house is a chunker. It's very big, so finding someplace else to put it is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Are you supposed to earn each critter after one feeding? No. So, the amount of times you have to feed them in general depends on the type of critter. So the ones like up in the plaza and the peaceful meadow, the rabbits and the squirrels, sometimes you can unlock after like 2 feedings. As you kind of go through the other biomes, you might have to feed them more times each. That being said, it is somewhat random, so there's not like a set number of times you have to feed each critter. It's kind of like your chance increases after each feeding. But some of them are also bugged for people, so it's possible that if you've been feeding something time and time again, it's just bugged in your... Which is something that the team's aware of and they're going to be working on fixing. You can't wait for December. When it hits December, you're doing a Christmas theme for your whole valley? Oh my goodness. What are you planning on doing? Because I haven't really seen many holiday, like winter holiday themed items that I think would work. Although I'm sure we'll get some in a Star Path or just like another holiday event if they do it. Okay. We're gonna do some just kind of, we'll call it some rough movement of things here. I do want to move on his boat. I hadn't even thought about putting it near her house until after we kind of decorated her little area, but I would like to put it close to her house. I don't know if I want it to be like here, or if I want it to be here somewhere, or here. For now, I think I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, that's fine for now. These trees, I'm really just gonna put out of the way. Maybe a lot of the like Frozen stuff. Most likely gonna stream it on Twitch. Nice. Twitch intimidates me. I don't know if it's actually difficult to stream on Twitch, but it just gives off the vibe of being difficult. Okay, this chest is where I usually dump all of the fish that I don't want to carry around in my inventory, so I'll still put that next to Moana's boat. Okay, so because Eric's house is huge and I want to put Ariel's house here, I don't know if I want to move his house here into this area. I kind of like the idea of putting it here, as I don't want it to block this cave too much. So, let's see. Now, this is one of those times where like I haven't touched this area at all, and it's making me really nervous to think about moving anything around. But it is game, and we can back if we decide we want to. So let's move all of this foliage and just see what it would look like if we did put Eric's house in this space. I know some other people have definitely put Eric's house here, but I don't know, like, I just kind of know about it vaguely. I don't really know how it looked or anything like that, so I'm interested to see how it will fit. And this is this. I don't think this can move. Oh, it can. Wait. Okay. Probably not that one. I also know I could just get rid of these trees, but it's so tedious going into furniture menu out, so I can just keep them. I love to do that. Does anyone have Eric's house not on the beach? I think I've heard a couple people say they have it maybe like in the plaza or something. Okay. And oh, this one we can move also. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised that we can move some of these things, because some of these things I feel like, okay, the more I think about it, the more I actually don't want to do this. But let's put it here and see what we're with. See, I feel like it would be perfect, except for the fact that it's so close to this cave, which is such a different aesthetic. And I don't want to infringe on the cave's thing, you know? Like, I want the cave to feel like it can live its best ancient civilization life. Just lurking as you have your headphones on and your phone will be in your pocket because the bus is on its way. No worries, Elsa. But I really don't know where else I would put it. So we put it here. Okay, but I do know that I want Ariel's house over here somewhere. Let's go into chaotic mode where all of the items are strewn about and kind of see how this is looking. If that's kind of specifically where we want it. Maybe it's centered. Actually, considering this is the way that we run this way, I think that actually looks nice. Okay. Census is we're probably decorating Merlin's house because I think it'll take a long time for me to decide where I want to stick this guy. Let's go over to the other side of the beach. I feel like the other side of the beach has no space, so I don't think that's going to be. Unless we could get it to fit over here, but I don't think we can. Definitely tried with Moana's house and it didn't work, and I feel like Eric's is bigger, so... See. No, it's not gonna fit there. Would it fit here? I feel like we're gonna end up putting it here eventually. Okay, let's move the well here and all of this foliage just back. Not nicely, necessarily, but so that it's in this area. Now that I think about it, I kind of want to double down on like the ancient civilization vibe over here and maybe make not like a garden, but like a little natural garden area that kind of is creating a lot of those motifs and furniture pieces. Okay. What's everyone's favorite house in the game? I actually asked this question, but I have no idea what my answer is. I'm trying to think which house I like the most. I just had like a flash in my mind of having Casita from Encanto in the game. Oh my goodness. It would be so cute. Remy's, you love the French style it has? Remy's is good. I think I just feel some type of way about Remy's because it's huge and it felt expensive when we were starting the game, I think. And why does a rat need that much space? But it is gorgeous. Like, objectively, it's just a very pretty house. Oh my goodness. Hello, camera? Let's try that again. Where's the front? Oh, there. Where was the front? That way. So we want it that way. I really want to put it over here. It would look so good. I wonder who is going to give us the option to get rid of that pillar and when they're going to give us the option to get rid of that pillar. Okay. Yeah. Let's go decorate Merlin's now that we at least started doing some groundwork of figuring out where we maybe want things on the beach. Although that might change as well. Wonder where I can find some chocolate. I love the little dialogue bubbles that pop up as characters are just living their life. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Okay. Merlin. Let's pick up all the stuff around so we don't have to worry about that getting in our way. Okay. So, first things first, I want to move... Oh, there's a rock back there we need to get. Because we're not going to be able to move that when we're in the furniture mode. We'll also pick these flowers. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Now, I think I want to push him even further back into the corner. I still just am not sure. Let's move some of these trees so we get a better kind of visual of what's going on. I'm not sure whether I want him to face this way. Yeah, I do. Oh, you know what I just noticed? It's gonna get on my nerves a little bit. The fact that the rocks here are very warm toned and like orangey. But it might work with the pathing still. Okay. I think I do want to put his home right smack dab in the corner. Or maybe with like a little bit of space or something over here. Okay. Let's go through very favorite method of decorating. The browse and plop. Find things that we think might go well with Merlin's home and pop them around some to kind of figure out what vibe we're going for. What about the barrel tone? Undecided, so we'll put him here for now. These I feel like are good at everyone's house. What are we working with? I use the trellis everywhere. It's so good that I feel like I have to. Kind of seems like the guy that would have a penis trap. Oh, what else? What else? I would like to give Merlin a garden, I think. I feel like he would have a place where he would grow like magical herbs or something. Even though he mostly does magic with it, still feels grand. Okay. What else do we think? All of this basic counter. Lots of books. I think I stole like his large book piles, which I'm not apologetic about. I really love them. Oh, this is another reason why I want to decorate the beach. I really love these surfboards here, and I love this towel, like parasol setup, and I would love to make like a little area on the beach that had those. Probably not that. Candles. Maybe. This is huge. I don't think I realized how big this gazebo is. I made it because I thought it was gorgeous, but I've never used it before. It's so pretty. Kind of looks nice with Merlin's house. We'll think about it. Ooh, wait, the clock tower looks really nice with Merlin's. I think I want to put that somewhere in the build, or with the build. But these are the kind of things that I was sort of talking about earlier with things that I've been stocking up on from Scrooge's each day, like the corals, um, like the bluey green kind of ferns. I think they will look really good with whatever we decide to do with Ariel's build. Yeah, like these bioluminescent palm trees, super cute. And a bunch of these. Okay, what else? I think More books. Always more books. I'm sure Merlin would agree. I feel like I also always say that I would love to have more like side tables in the game. You know what I mean? Like just small tables you could set things on that aren't so big. Like something like this. If we had more of those. I always pull these out and I never use them, but maybe today will be the day. Okay, big pile of books, yes. Oh yeah, that was the first time we saw that guitar. Okay, that's gonna be everything there. Okay. Let's see what we're working with. Do I want to put this clock tower back here, up here, back here? I kind of like it back in this corner. Okay, we are inside of a tree right now. Okay. Got our view from here. Yes, I do like the clock there. It feels like almost an extension of the house or something. The camera is being a little weird, so we're gonna go back into it in a minute. There we go. I think I will leave these trellises roughly where they are. Oh, we can put that right up against the house. That's so nice. Wait, we can like oh. I was about to say we can like overlap these, but we can't. They were just not lined up. Okay. Could even move this back more. Let's try to do that. You just had a thought. What if we got a library with Beauty and the Beast update and we could have it in the plaza and had to do a quest with that library and items to collect and... Yes, yes, yes. I get what you're saying. I definitely have thought about that before. I think that would be so nice if we had a library. I really just would love more community venues. I think they're so cool. Like, I love going into the shop every day because I like getting the items, but I also love going into the shop every day because there are so many characters that hang out there, which I think is so nice. And like with the restaurant, you go and all of the characters are interacting with each other. That's one of my favorite things about the game, like seeing the characters interacting with each other. You know what we need? We need a couple of those boxes that have the flowers in them. I want to say they're craftables. So let's run to our home and craft some. Elsa, are you okay? I feel like you've been looking at this flower pot for like 30 minutes. I mean, as long as you're having a good time, I guess that's all that matters. Oh my goodness, when we got the Toy Story announcement, it was making me think, what is everyone's favorite of the Toy Story movies? I'm trying to think which one I think is best, and it's such a difficult decision because they're all so good. Well, I say all, but I haven't seen the fourth one. I could have just made more than one of these at a time, but that's okay. I feel like my favorite is Toy Story 2, though. That one feels the most nostalgic for me, even though obviously Toy Story 1 exists. But I feel like I really loved Jessie when I was younger. I still love Jessie. Um, and yeah, I watched a lot of Toy Story 2 in my day. You've been behind in the stream because your phone is lagging, but you're caught up right now. Nice. Um, yeah. Also, I recently rewatched Toy Story 2. Well, not like recently, but within the past year or so. Um, and the fact that they had the whole like Star Wars plot line was so funny, like in retrospect. As a kid, I had never seen Star Wars when I watched that, but like watching it back now is so funny. They have announced the update date. The update is coming on December 6th, which is 2 weeks from today, depending on where you are in the world. Mostly 2 weeks from today. Hi, Iron Man. How's it going? But yeah, I'm so excited for the update. I can't wait. You know what I just thought of also? I wish they had a craftables category in furniture. I think that would make it really easy to find. Well, obviously it would make it easy to find the things that you've crafted. I think it would be a nice touch. You're doing good, good. I'm doing well. I'm super hyped that they announced the date for the Toy Story update, even though we still have to wait another couple of weeks. It's nice to at least know, that our waiting will come to an end and have a time frame for when that's going to happen. Okay. Oh, we can't move that garlic. I feel like that garlic must have just spawned, or else I'm silly and I didn't see it before. Oh, you know what also might look good here? I don't know. I've never actually used the floating candles that were in the star path. I thought they were so cool, but I've never used them before. They're probably under lighting. Wow, the 6th? That's real late of fall, but you're glad it's coming. Yeah. It is really late fall, but I mean, they did tell us it was going to be late fall, so I'm not mad at it. It's just, I honestly thought it was going to be even later. I thought they were going to push it to like the very end of fall and that it was going to be like the 15th or something, but I'm so happy that we at least know when it's coming. Oh, we can only use the floating candles indoors, so never mind. It's perfect to play Disney Dreamlight Valley Toy Story in December. Yeah, it does feel like a good time for it. I don't know why. I don't necessarily associate Toy Story with like December, but it does feel fitting still. Um, does this object go on tables as well? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Or does it just not go on this table? I'm curious. Let's pull out a table just to see. We would never put this around Merlin's house, but... Oh, it does. Okay. Good to know. You're a huge Stitch fan and Beauty and the Beast fan. Those are your two favorites besides Tangled. Nice. Yeah, and both Stitch and Belle are confirmed, and Beast, I think, as well. So, yeah, hopefully you don't have to wait very long to see them in the game. You know what might be a weird thing, but I kind of want to see how I feel about it. Oops, let me undo that. Took away our fern. I wonder what it would look like if we had... You'd have to move everything over a little bit, but like a little bit of a garden around the clock tower? I feel like that doesn't really make sense, but it was just an idea. Let's see. Like if we had it back here. And then let's see if we can dig some holes around it. You wish it would have been this week, but you're happy that it's in 2 weeks. Yeah, like 2 weeks isn't too bad, honestly. Yeah, it feels kind of sad. I definitely would love to have it sooner as well. but I can swing 2 weeks. Okay, no, we can't dig holes back here. So, because I would like a little garden area, but I'm not sure where I want to put it now. Maybe just right here? I kind of want to dig out a plot and kind of know where we're going to put it so we can decorate around it. You love Woody and Buzz, but you wish Jessie and Bo Peep would come to the game also. Guess you'll have to wait on the girls later in another update. So, yeah, I mean, I've heard people speculate that they think that we'll also get other characters in this update besides just Woody and Buzz. I would be surprised if that were the case. I do think it will just be Woody and Buzz this update. But I've heard that Bo Peep should be coming to the game. I don't think this was like an official confirmed thing. I feel like this was like a little bit of a, I don't know, what would be considered not allowed in the Discord server information, but I haven't checked it myself. I don't really go like looking for information that's not provided by the team just because I don't want to be disappointed. But yeah, I think Bo Peep is nice. I feel like she's more of a character in the fourth movie from what I hear, which I haven't seen. I mean, she's definitely in the other ones, but I think to a lesser extent than she is in the fourth movie. Um, but yeah, Jessie I really love. I love the fact that she has a lot of traits that you would consider to be present in like a Disney. I mean, she's not a princess, but like a female Disney lead, but also she kind of, I don't know, she's a little bit more rough around the edges, which I really appreciate. Okay, so the thing with Merlin's house is that I don't want it to be like as foresty around it as our house is, but I do still want it to be kind of lush. Let's take some pathing before we do anything else. Kind of work that out. I really do love this leaf strewn path. I think it's very nice. Okay. Take this. Probably... No, I would like to maybe... Should we try to do like a curved path for Merlin? Let's move all this stuff out of the way. Maybe not like a super, super winding path, but something kind of curves its way around. Although we could, let's move all of that. We could also give him just like a stone path sort of situation. I think I do like the stone. Kind of differentiates it from the rest of the forest a little bit. And then we could intersperse that with some of these I think we can also walk over these ones. Okay. And I actually feel like we won't maybe do like a full path, because I'm actually not sure like if I want to leave this the way that it is or not yet. I'll probably change it eventually, but maybe we won't even like completely connect Merlin's house with pathing to like the primary path. We'll just let him kind of... Oh, we can also overlap these? That's nice. I haven't experimented with these at all, but I'm liking them. Okay. You got this recommended and you're excited to watch the stream? Well, welcome. We are currently figuring out what we're going to do with Merlin's house. We've brought it up to the Forest of Valor, which I think is a nice place for him. And we're just going to try to get him a nice cozy home area. Maybe like a little garden that we've got going on. I want to give him some stuff that feels like, I don't know. I feel like Merlin and Mother Gothel should be, I mean, granted, Mother Gothel is very evil, so I understand why they're not, but I feel like they could otherwise be friends. They both kind of give me Kitchen Witch, which Merlin I don't think technically is, but I just feel like if he were living his best life, he would be, you know? Might want to turn up the microphone volume much lower than the videos you watched before this. Oh, I might be able to turn it up a little bit. I don't know. I just also don't have a very good quality microphone, which is something that I'm working on. But I feel like it can be pretty sensitive and it can get kind of brash when the volume's up too much. Much better. Okay, well that's good. Let's see. Okay, so I want to give him like a bunch of this potion-y stuff. Maybe we can even have some of it along the pathway, like he drops it wherever he's kind of hanging around. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Can we fit these? I don't know that I love this chair anymore. Okay. Let me grab another trellis, because I do want one of those. Heads up, the villagers love to stand and stare at the potion racks. Really, I've actually noticed that when we've been decorating, any area that we decorate, the villagers automatically like go there afterwards and stare at things. Elsa's been staring at a flower pot for like a half hour. Okay, maybe we'll put this on the outside there. Oh my goodness, I just dropped my controller off of my desk. When I'm playing, I switch between a controller and the mouse and keyboard. And when I'm decorating, I always use the mouse and keyboard, but the controller just like flopped off. Okay, we need more of... Oh, you know, I think they're only in all, which is very inconvenient, those stones that we were using. Let's do like a quick skim, see if we see them. I want to say they were somewhere down towards the bottom, but I'm not sure. If they haven't flocked to Merlin's house before, they're going to now. Oh, I know. That's kind of just what I've resigned myself to with decorating. Like, I moved myself up to the forest because I wanted us to have like a little peace and quiet from all of the hectic responsibilities of running the valley for the most part. And people are just hanging out in our yard all the time now. So, okay, let's just plop a bunch of these down and we'll kind of place them where we want them afterwards. This is kind of a different way than we've typically built before. Usually we kind of get all of the furniture everywhere we want, and then we work on like pathing and stones and foliage, but just feeling inspired. What's a good controller for the computer? I just use the default controller that came with my PS4. It's what I have, so it's what I use. I don't know. Anybody who's like a controller pro out there, let us know what controllers you recommend for playing games like this on a computer. You play on the Xbox and decorating with the controller is hard. Yeah, I used to play on the Switch. I still do occasionally, but less often, and decorating on the Switch was a nightmare. How much can we overlap these? That is my question. Okay. The original Xbox controllers are good. Nice. You've done half of the plaza so far? Nice, yeah. We're kind of bouncing around on stream in terms of where we're decorating. We started off doing a lot of stuff in the Peaceful Meadow. We did Mickey and Minnie's house in one stream. They're neighbors, and it's very cute. And then we did Goofy and Donald's house. They're also neighbors. We did Moana's house, and then we did my house up in Forgotten Land. Or no, here, the Forest of Valor. And now we're doing Merlin's. Here's the thing. I still hate the warm tone of the rocks. I was going to try to integrate it a little bit more, but I don't want to. It's not my favorite. So we're going to stick with like the cool gray sort of rocks. And some of these ones, which are a little bit more of a happy medium. Hey Owen, how's it going? Jelly Crossing, you play on Switch and use your Pro controller. Yeah, I've used the Pro controller for the Switch a little bit. I feel like the Joy-Cons are too high though, and my thumbs are too small to like really be able to use the Pro controller well. Bo Peep is in the first movie, but mostly in the fourth, yeah. You heard the Switch is laggy in general. I wouldn't say I had so much trouble with lag necessarily. Well, I think I did a lot initially when the game first came out on Switch. I feel like the first update helped with lag a lot, but crashes definitely are still an issue from time to time when I use the Switch. You're also on Switch, yeah. Doing good. I'm doing well, thank you, Owen. Let's see. The Switch drives you nuts, Mickey. Oh no. Yeah. I am excited for, the more updates that we get. I really do feel like the team is aware of the issues that are happening on multiple consoles, not just the Switch, but I feel like the Switch definitely has been having some problems, and I think they're really trying to make it work. I think it just takes time, so hopefully they get there. Can we put this? No, we can't put it that close. Which is weird because we can put it that close back there. Was it because of this? No. What items is a square stone path thingy? I bought it from Scrooge, I think. It's called... What is it called? Let's see. Rocky terrain. I really like it. This is the first time I've used it, but you can walk over it. I mean, they're just standard, so it doesn't come like in any different colors that I've seen or like shapes, but I think it's really nice. I think it suits the rocks in the Forest of Valor really well as well. Sending much love. Oh, thank you, Owen. Yeah, I think somebody on stream, like a previous stream, had mentioned that they liked using this as pathing. And it is nice. I really like the bigger rocks. I like the way that it looks when you have them around paths sometimes, but it is a little bit of a pain to kind of navigate around them when you're actually playing in game. So having something that you don't have to worry about as much is pretty nice. Okay, what are we doing here? Candles. I would like to have like more things around. Like I feel like that's something that I think is kind of unrealistic about, I mean, we're playing a video game. A lot of things are unrealistic, but like about decorating in games like this in particular, I like to have a lot of things outside of the house that kind of show personality and stuff like that. But in actuality, I don't usually walk up to somebody's house and see like crates and stacks of books outside of their house, so it's gonna be okay if I don't get a chance to put it all over here. Let's see. Can we fit this somewhere over here where it's gonna be nice? There's not enough clutter in the game though. I also just need more stuff. Yeah, I was just thinking about that like right now, how I wish we did have some more clutter items. Like, granted, it's an early access game. We have a lot of stuff in the game. There are so many furniture items, but there are so many beds, which is nice. But how many beds am I going to use? I do wish we had more stuff that we could put outside to kind of make our valley look unique and nice, and kind of decorate our villagers' houses. I also wish that things showed up a little bit more. Like, I wish there were fewer repeats, I guess, in Scrooge's shop because I get the same 10 things really regularly. Let's undo that. Can this go? Where can this go? Oh, it can go like on this, on this. That's really cool. You love the area for Merlin, so creative. Oh, thank you. I always say in streams where I'm decorating that I do not consider myself to necessarily be a decorator, so to speak. Like, I try to make things look nice because I want my characters to have a nice little area for themselves, but a lot of it's just trial and error. I'm like, that looks okay. You kind of wish you had a day and night button on build mode. Oh, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I haven't really put any lighting around my builds for that reason because during the day it's hard to tell how it'll look, and I don't really play very often at night. You keep telling people it's early access and technically more of an alpha than a beta, so it's barely playable and it's normal that there's little content. Yeah, I mean, I think for what it is, the game is actually really nice. I obviously have some gripes about it. I think some things don't work quite as well as people would hope, which is totally valid, and people pay good money for this game, so I understand like frustrations, and I've definitely had some. But I do try to keep in mind that it's not a finished product, so if there's something that I'm not happy with, like, I try to be patient. And I do think for an early access game, we do have a lot of things. There's a lot of furniture items, there's a lot of clothing items, there are a lot of characters and so much quest content, so I'm really happy with the game overall. You keep building at night, you have lamps everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure things look so pretty at night. I want to come back in at night sometime and kind of work on decorating things or like at least adding lighting so that things look nice at night. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I really like these. I kind of want to incorporate some of these around Merlin's house. People also forget they're supposed to actually report the bugs and not just sit them out. Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, it's true that you should report bugs. I don't know necessarily how many people do or don't report them, but um, it can be difficult to get in touch with the devs directly from what I hear, but the Discord's a great place to put like your issues and to find out if other people are having the same issues or like fixes that people have come up with, that kind of thing. I'm a big fan of the Discord. I feel like I talk about it in every live stream. But it's so good. Fun fact, I used to spend so much time in the Discord that one of the other users said that they thought I was a mod in the Discord because I was always posting stuff. They're like, "You're the best mod." And I was like, I'm not a mod, but thanks." I think that might be a sign that I need to step away for a little bit. The price is quite high for most. Yeah. I mean, I think the price is somewhat high. Well, the standard edition is like 30 US dollars roughly, I believe, which I don't think is too bad for this type of a game. I think the fact that it's early access makes some people feel like they don't necessarily want to spend that much money, which is totally understandable. I think obviously like the Ultimate Edition and everything is quite expensive, but you're paying for the cosmetics and for the moonstones. And I think depending on how much they do end up charging for the moonstones, you're actually probably getting a pretty good deal spending the extra money for one of the bigger packs. Oh yeah, daylight savings time. I did notice that. Yeah. I'm glad. I think Elsa probably let me know that in one of the streams. Um, and I'm glad I was made aware because I was getting ready to make a video about like schedules in the game or something like that. But if they're going to be changing, I maybe don't want to spend my time doing that if it's going to be an hour off, depending on what time of year it is. I'm glad that that didn't mess things up, though. Daylight savings time, since time traveling is such an issue in this game. I'm somewhat surprised, but very pleased that there weren't bugs related to that. You're very confused when they announced that you had to pay quite a lot of money for early access. You're basically paying for a product that isn't finished yet. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, that definitely makes sense. Um, I'm also playing another early access game right now. It's Coral Island. I also streamed that one. And I did have to pay for it, but that game is not going to be free to play when it go. I think what I mean is paying for early access, I don't think is anything novel. I think that's a pretty common thing in PC games, at least. I think what really has people feeling a little bit upset about the state of the game and paying for it is the fact that it's early access and it's going to be free to play eventually. I think that makes it so that you feel like you're paying for something that you wouldn't otherwise need to pay for, so you expect a little bit higher quality from it. Um, which on the one hand makes sense, but the way that I kind of look at it is like I'm paying for the extra time that I get in the game, and I'm paying for um, the cosmetics and the moonstones, which I would be paying for anyway when the game goes free to play. So I definitely get the frustrations. I definitely have had days where I wanted to throw my Switch across the room because the game crashed one too many times for my liking, but I try to keep it all in perspective. The devs read the Discord and you can report directly on the website. That's the idea behind early access. Yeah. The tower fits so well with Merlin's house. I know I hadn't thought about it either until I just kind of was going through things, plopping things down, and I was like, wait, the tower looks so good here. It looks like it would be like a little extension or something. So I really like it. What path did you use? This is an object actually. It's called Rocky Terrain. They just come in these squares here. I bought it from Scrooge, and then I was able to buy a bunch of other ones. And I used that, and then I just used some of the rocks around to kind of give it a little bit more of a, or a little bit less of a uniform appearance. Oh, you have a code for Game Pass? That's nice. Yeah, I don't use Game Pass. I feel like Game Pass is so nice, though. I think it's a really nice option for people. I don't know that I play enough games to justify having Game Pass, but I feel like if I were slightly more of a gamer, it would be like a must-have. Okay, I want another small stack of books. That's what I want. Let's see if it's in decor. I also want things to be organized slightly differently in the catalog. I'm sure it works for a lot of people. I feel like it's not very intuitive for me personally, which makes me a little sad. You paid for a full year. You play DDV and Vampire Survivors, which are about 35 bucks in total. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like it's really economical for people who love to try new games or who play like a bunch of different games at the same time. I'm not currently one of those people, so I don't know that it would be worth the money for me, but it's a super cool option. But then there are also like games that will go off of Game Pass. Like one of my friends played a lot of Subnautica, which was on Game Pass for a long time, I think, and they just took it off within the past week or so. So now if she wants to continue to play it, she's going to have to purchase the game. Which is kind of sad to put like a lot of time into something and then if it happens to go off of Game Pass, you're kind of just stuck. I wish some of these things would like overlap with other things. December 6th, you see why now the update is then, as it came out 3 months ago, September 6th. Yeah, makes sense. I feel like that's probably going to be their plan about every 6 weeks for new content. It seems like a good amount of time. I mean, for people who eat up Disney Dreamlight Valley content like I do, it feels like a long time, but it's really not too long. I would like some slightly smaller bushes, like these ones, I think. And obviously more ferns, because I really love the ferns. I would like to be able to kind of blend this in a little bit more, because I don't want it to be like a full path out. I just kind of want it to be just like coming from his house a little bit. The dug-up spaces are going to fade if I don't plant there. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to plant things there. I like putting little gardens around people's houses, but I just plant things and leave it there. Like plants that I think are going to look good. Yeah. I don't know how long it is now for the plants. I don't know if it's 48 hours or I think it's 48 hours, but I'm not 100% sure for like how long it is until the holes disappear. Right, what else? Forest of Valor bracken. You were done with the Star Path and All Quest before your favorite streamer was, and that's how you knew you were obsessed with this game? Yeah. Which streamer is that? I feel like I watch a lot of Disney Dreamlight streamers. I'm a big fan of like putting on streams while I'm playing. I want to do something else over here. It's looking kind of empty right in this area. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Hora Mora, mostly an ACNH streamer. Nice. I don't think I've ever watched any of their content. This bush is too big. I wish they had like the really tiny baby bushes for the Forest of Valor that they do down by the beach. I think that would be nice. I also just don't really love the green of these bushes with this build for some reason, but we will persevere. Figure something out. I'm also interested in potentially getting different ferns because I feel like some of the ferns blend in too much here. You found switching up the colors of the bushes gives the area some depth. Yeah, I like to do that. I like to keep mostly like the coloration of the biome that I'm in, but this is not a different fern. There's no way this is different. Is it? It looks exactly the same. Um, that one's different. And that one's different. I like this one. I like to keep mostly things that suit the area that I'm in, but I do like to add a couple of things that are different. You know what? I don't really like that red though with Merlin's house. But I thought I saw like a purpley one. Do we like the purple? Do we hate the purple? Can't tell. Freezing grapes. Oh my goodness, my sister loves to freeze grapes, and I do it every now and then. So good. I just love grapes in general. I got the best bag of grapes from Aldi the other day. We went grocery shopping on like, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. No, I think it was Friday. And I tasted one of the grapes and I just ate them all over the weekend. They were so good. Okay. Does anyone have any ideas for this little area over here? I don't know what it needs. I don't really want to... Let me try maybe some paving. What paving do we like? The natural rock, maybe? Sometimes flora has the same color even if it's from different biomes. Okay. I'm glad I wasn't just making that up. I was like, I feel like these are the exact same fern. Is Aldi German? I don't think I knew that. Oh, I can pull this further over. That's nice. I thought I wasn't going to be able to. I'm still not convinced that it's what I'm looking for. Actually, I do like it better. Not gonna lie. I like it better than having that area grass. I just want to blend it somehow. So let's see what we can do. Put a couch there? I think it's big enough for a couch. Do we have a couch that we would like there? I love these. I haven't used them anywhere. Also, do we have a couch that would look good with Merlin's house? Maybe like a chair? I don't really like that chair actually with this. I love this couch. It's too big though. Maybe a tiny reading area. Aldi is German. Nice. I do think a reading area would be cute. I've definitely seen someone put a bookshelf outside of Merlin's house. I don't know, the book lover in me cringes thinking about doing that because granted, Merlin is magic and Dreamlight Valley is magic, but I don't want to expose the books to the elements. That being said, this is coming from a person who doesn't have enough bookshelf space, so made a book wall, which probably is not the best for preserving books either. So I probably don't have room to speak about that. Uh, this like fits the colors, but I just don't think it fits the vibe. Rain-soaked books, right? Oh my goodness. That just brings me back to every traumatic memory of accidentally having a drink spill in my bag, and then it's like my books are ruined. I don't necessarily mind this barrel table. Let me move this. I've decided I don't like that. Um, did we look at just straight up chairs? I don't think we did, but it's all mixed in with seating. Um, I would love like a big plush kind of cozy chair that was not going to look weird. Actually, I know this is a Cinderella chair, but I feel like it might work. Oh, you were able to pass on about moving the well? Oh, that's nice. I'm glad. Yeah, it's definitely a very handy thing, considering like spawn rates and stuff like that. It's very helpful. Have I managed to catch fugu? I have. I'd caught a few previously, and then a couple days ago it was raining and I caught one, and Moana actually gave me an extra one. I feel like Moana must be a little bitter or something because usually when I catch something good, she won't give me an extra, but then she'll always give me extras of like bass and carp, and I'm like, girl, I don't need those. That's too big. You enjoy watching the streams? Thanks, Owen. It's very kind. There is also just this like classic wooden chair, which does not look the comfiest, but might do. Okay, we got a couple options out here we can kind of work with. I want to move this tree for now because I would like to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. They have to fix the spawning of collectible stuff for new areas. You tried to gather the mushrooms for the quest. Yeah, until you resorted to moving the well. Yeah, I don't think I ended up moving the well, but yeah, it was definitely difficult. I wish we could place things at an angle. It gives me so much pain that we can't. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know that Merlin would actually rock with a plushy couch. Also, I don't mind the idea of this, but if we do, I think I might actually want to move the books. I don't really want to obscure the clock tower too much because I think it's nice. I want to be able to see all of it. So I don't really want to put a big couch in front of it or like a big chair or something. What's in the way? Can't tell if it's the tree or the books. You're trying to do a mini quest to pick flowers, but they are nowhere to be found. Oh, where do you have to pick them? Wait, which flowers are those? I vaguely remember that quest. Oh, they're in an area that's still locked. Okay. You can just pick one flower, drop it, and pick it again. Wow, that's a big brain move. I never would have thought of that. Every time I stream, I'm constantly impressed by like the hacks that people have found for things. Like I feel like there are some things that I found like hacks for or whatever, but there are certain things that I know I would never think of, and that's so simple but so effective. Well, thank you, Owen. That's sweet. Okay. I actually don't like the books in front of this either, so books are going back where they belong. Wait, these were definitely here before, weren't they? Or were they there? They were probably there. Um, actually, I don't know that I hate this. I'll have to put everything back, but I don't know that I hate the chair with the table situation and a bunch of books. We might be able to work with that. You did the math for pumpkins and it's only a profit of 389 per pumpkin, so you think you're gonna stick with mining. Nice. Yeah. The thing about pumpkins that I like it's not a huge profit in and of itself, but it's just so passive. You can just plant as many pumpkins as you want. It only really takes the amount of time it takes to plant, and then you harvest them and you got a nice big chunk of money. I would really like an eyedropper tool as well. So we could just grab copies of items that we have out and plop them down instead of having to manually find them again. I think that would be very, very nice. What do we need? Do we need something behind the clock tower? Is that what it is? What if we tried to bring a trellis behind there maybe? I don't know. I still just feel like something's a little bit missing over there. You got to the library and found out you won the drawing you entered for a book signed by the author? Oh my goodness, congratulations! Goose Girl by Shannon Hale? Wow, that's so exciting. Oh my goodness. I'm sure that made your day. That would make my day. That's another thing we talk about on stream all the time. I am a reader, so we end up talking about like books and stuff a lot, I feel. So, can we move this over like a tiny bit more, this trellis? Or is that as far as we can put it over? Oh no, we can't. Do I feel like this fixed it? I can't decide. I a little bit feel like it fixed it. What's my favorite genre? So I will read pretty much any genre of book, and my favorite varies pretty much by the day. I primarily read like YA fantasy. I really like YA fantasy. I go through strong phases where I read just like a lot of contemporary literature or lit fiction. Um, I really like that. I try to read some nonfiction every now and then, and when I do, I really like biographies. Um, and then obviously, like I like contemporary romance as well. Mostly during the holidays. It's pretty much like holiday romance season, which I really like. I'm like a huge fan of cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies or any Christmas movies, so I also like books that kind of fit into that genre, I think. Okay, let's pull out some more rocks, more ferns, more of both. We also need a little bit of stuff over here, I think. So let's see. I want to get back into reading comic books, though. I haven't read comic books in years. Well, that's a lie. I will say I haven't read, like, I used to be a big Marvel Comics fan. I haven't really read Marvel Comics in a long time. I've read other comics and graphic novels that were kind of outside of what people would probably consider the traditional comic genre. I kind of want to ditch this fern a little bit, move it at least. Let's move you. I think we can walk through the ferns, right? I think so. Okay. It's incredible how romantic Christmas movies are so bad and yet so good at the same time. Oh my goodness. That's my favorite type of media. Media that's so bad, but also somehow so good and it doesn't make sense. I love that. That's also how I feel about, like, I don't know, certain like Disney Channel original movies, which I'm also a big fan of. It's like this movie is not necessarily a quality piece of media, but something about it just really gets you. Okay, let's take. Oh no, I don't really want to block it too much. I think so. I might reconsider with this tree, but we'll see how it looks. But that being said, it is like a forest, so I do still want there to be trees. Maybe we'll just do like bushes in this area instead. Something that'll still make it look really, or we can just move this boy. Actually, that might solve all of our problems. Lots of free ebooks in the rom-com genre and Nook books. Oh. I have, what do I have? What am I thinking of? Kindle Unlimited, which is, I feel like, a one-stop shop for books that are not good, but also good. That's too big. Can we get another one of the smaller ones? Actually, let me see if those are available somewhere. Would it be in underbrush? No, it would not. Would it be in rocks? You haven't read a fiction book in a long time. When you do read, it's an encyclopedia or history. Oh my goodness. I can't say I've ever read an encyclopedia for fun. I do like history, but I find it difficult sometimes to read a lot of like history books. I don't know. My big thing is I love something that's well written. Well, I say this as I'm talking about Kindle Unlimited. No offense to Kindle Unlimited. Some books that I've read on Kindle Unlimited are actually very solid pieces of literature. And also, I don't think that something has to be the most beautifully written thing to be a quality piece of literature, but if something like, especially like history, where it's a dense topic anyway, I feel like it has to be really well and interestingly written to keep my attention. So yeah, I had an example, but I can't remember what it was. I actually really like this. Can we get down into like the actual level and see how it looks from like ground level? Greetings, you've been enjoying my DTV videos and came to thank me. Oh, very entertaining and useful videos. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. I'm glad that you enjoyed them, and I'm glad you were able to stop by alive. You've been reading the manga series Nana? Nice, I haven't heard of that. Okay. I think I like this. We have to decide what to plant here. I think I want to block this area off, which, I mean, I don't really know how often I'm actually going to have to get by to Merlin, so I don't think it's really going to be an issue in terms of limiting my game. I just think it would be nice to kind of have that blocked off a little bit, maybe with some rocks or something. But I think it looks cute. Maybe a couple other bushes just to kind of fill this area out a little bit. You just placed the stove in sunlit right in front of Scar's cave and you can't move it now? Oh no! Is it like stuck? Do you just have to get an angle on it? Like what's going on? I do also want to grab some flowers, so let's go into our... Maui, you don't need to be here. Let's go into our home and grab a couple flowers we can drop around Merlin's house. I don't know what kind we want. Maybe some bellflowers and daisies? That might look nice. Star lilies and daisies? I'm not sure. Oh, our inventory is so full. We have a couple star lilies there. I don't think I want to use the red. Just can't move it in furniture mode. You can get around it in play. Interesting. Are you able to move Scar's house out of the way? And then maybe move it? I know I had a lot of time or difficulty moving Scar's house though, so might not be able to. You have too many bad memories growing up of bad fiction books. You had to force yourself to find a reason at all to like. Oh, because it's all you had in your small town. Oh no. Yeah, that can be hard. That's another reason why I like Belle so much, I think. Belle was always a reader. I was a reader. Like, I feel like my life was a little bit Beauty and the Beast when I was kind of late in middle school, early in high school. We lived in this tiny, tiny town in the middle of nowhere, um, where the closest Walmart was like 30 minutes away. I'm just checking my inventory to make sure that I'm happy with what we have. I think so. Let's just grab a couple of the blue bellflowers. They're kind of darker. And the only thing there really was to do, at least that I was interested in any way, was going to the library. So that's when I entered like my Vampire Diaries and Twilight era, when I went to the library and was reading pretty much every book available to pass the time. You heard that the stove has a bug, so you can't move it anymore? Really? I haven't heard that. I know the stove was bugged before. I can't remember if that's one of the bugs that they said they fixed in the last patch. Let's put... I'm probably gonna just drop all of these, and then we can move them in furniture mode. And get them where we want them. I don't want it to be as dense, I don't think, as our little wildflower garden is, but we'll see. Scar's house and the stove can't be grabbed. Really? 30 minutes for a Walmart? Lucky. I mean, it didn't feel lucky at the time. It did not feel lucky at the time. But I know some people live a lot farther away. But also, to be clear, we drove 30 minutes to the Walmart, and the Walmart was the only thing there. It wasn't like a shopping center or like a town. It was a Walmart. Needless to say, I was very pleased when we moved someplace different after that. Okay. I love placing these flowers around the houses. I think it adds so much. Although thinking about it now, I don't know that I would mind some red flowers as much as I thought I would. Oh no, wrong thing. Lagging, but you're back. You wanted the book, so you could read it. As you are mostly used to her Ever After High books? Oh. I didn't know there were Ever After High books. That's cool. Can we squeeze this in somewhere around here? There. All of these I don't really want. Up here I don't think anymore. What's my chess system? It's very complex. We could go over it later, I guess. But essentially, I have my crafting room where I have like all of the supplies that you use for mainly crafting. I have a room for flowers. I have a room for fish. I have a room for cooking supplies. And then the main area on the second floor is gems currently and overflow of forageable fruits, but it's a little extensive. I essentially have one chest or like allocated for every type of object in the game. So like I have one chest for each type of flower, one chest for each type of vegetable, all that kind of stuff. And that's mostly because I had such a horrible time um, arranging my storage the first time that I immediately decided to redo it all so that I would never have to do it again. And I figured if I have one chest for every item, I'll never have to do it again. Placing flowers are nice. Thank you. I like it. I think it adds a little bit of depth and makes things feel like a little bit more like they're actually in the environment. Having to water flowers equals tedious. That's true. I never water flowers around the valley, really. Sorry to be so late. Oh, hey, Debbie. No, you didn't miss us. How are you doing today? You think you have 14 chests and they fit a full stack of everything. Nice. Okay. I think we like the way that this turned out. Oh, right. We still needed to close that area off a little bit. I'm thinking stones. Yeah, I should. There's a quest for watering flowers. I know. A quest for watering flowers? Like, I know I've definitely seen the daily duties that have watering flowers pop up sometimes. I haven't seen like a full quest for watering flowers, but I know there are memories you can get from watering flowers. So I do. I would say I don't regularly, but once they start to like, I notice that a lot of them have dried up, I will water them. Usually while I'm on stream, I feel, because that's when I do a lot of my valley maintenance stuff. Um, can this fit there? Oh, this is a Glade of Trust stone, but you know what? I think it'll still look fine. Your hometown is less than 500 people, hour drive each way to the nearest Walmart, so a shopping trip is a good 4 to 5 hour outing. Oh my goodness, that's very small. 4 to 5 hours for grocery shopping. I would be sad. I was gonna say cry. I don't know if I would absolutely cry, but there would be a possibility. It doesn't really take much to make me cry though, so. You're doing well. You need to figure out an inventory solution. Oh. Well, honestly, whatever works for you. I feel like, yeah. I will say for me personally, I feel like doing inventory like management or like storage management is such a hassle. So I just like, I don't know. I just had to get it done. But I feel like the stress of figuring out your storage is not as bad as the stress of realizing you don't know where anything is. So eventually I just decided to get over it and actually figure out where I wanted to put things. Okay, see, I like this, but also now I have to move all of these flowers because the purple ones are too close to the purple bush, and my brain doesn't like that. True, you still have both issues at times. Yeah. It's like one of those things where when it was happening to me, I was like, I need to be pushed into doing something with my storage, and that push was too many times of not knowing where something was or like feeling like I had something and I don't know. Yeah. Okay. You know what would be so nice if we had like little ponds or something? I feel like, yeah, that would be very cool to be able to put a pond somewhere. So this isn't entirely like connected here. I don't want to do anything too wild in terms of trying to make it flow into that area, but maybe just adding a couple more things to at least make it feel like it's part of the forest. What am I looking for in particular? Not that rock. Once you realized you could move the fruit trees from other biomes to the plaza, everything was easy. Oh yeah. There's one pond, but it has the savanna stones and a palm tree. Yeah, I have seen that one. Definitely wouldn't suit here. Oh, I didn't even really look at these, but I feel like most of this stuff, like, well, that doesn't look bad here. Every time I see this, I immediately think of, like, Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft, but it just makes me think of it for some reason. Oh, so that's what that looks like. It's so funny seeing things that are in the Forgotten Lands in the light of day because it's so dark up there that you can't really distinguish anything, but that's cool. You upgraded your house in-game to 13 floors, found out the max is 20. You just used the first 6 floors for chests. 6 floors for chests? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have 1 floor that's my storage floor, plus an extra room. Um, 6 floors of storage. That's a lot. You're playing your start over games today, and you're so excited to go to Scrooge's store because you're seeing some things you never even saw in your original game. That's so exciting. I kind of want to start another save, but I don't know. It's also a little bit intimidating to think about starting over on something that you've spent so many hours on. Although I feel like once the game comes out in full release, I feel like we're gonna have to start another save file and play through like the full release experience, maybe. Okay, a couple more ferns, and then I think we're gonna be done with this area, actually. You're baffled by how some people have so many chests. What do you put in them, or are they mostly empty? Mine, most of them I would say probably are mostly empty. Forgotten Lands is a pain because of the darkness and the trees. Yeah, that we can't remove the fires yet. That's the biggest thing, I think, the fires. In terms of like at least having like garden plots and stuff, it was difficult to move around the fires. So much work and lost items. Oh, for starting over? Yeah, I would definitely keep this save. I just think, I don't know, it might be fun to play another one. I don't know though. We'll have to see. See how ambitious I'm feeling, I guess. When the time comes. I think we're still quite a ways away from full release because they did say, they said at least 6 months, I think. Because we'll have to or because we'll want to for oh, starting over a new one. I would because I want to. They specifically said that you'll be able to keep your save files from early access. So no one should have to start over, which is good because I know people have sunk so much time and mental and emotional energy into this game. I think there would be a riot if people found out they were going to have to restart. You thought they said March of next year? Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen anything like, I mean, the only thing I've seen was that there wasn't an official date yet, and that people, or I think that they were saying at least 6 months from when early access started, because I think people were asking about, like, it's going to be free to play eventually, like, why should I pay? And they were saying that you're going to get, like, at least 6 months out of early access, but I haven't seen anything else about like specifically when it's going to come out of it. You can't do all of the Goofy and Mickey quests again. Here's the thing, I feel like a lot of the quests have left my mind and I don't remember a lot of them. So that's why I feel like maybe when it goes into full release, it might be fun to play it a little bit more, like, or to start again, for like stream, maybe? Or maybe for a Let's Play or something, people who don't want to come to streams but are new to the game and want to kind of see it played. Okay, flowers, and then we're going to be done. So you can have multiple people play their own games on one Switch. You can, like on different accounts, you can have a different save file. You can also have different people make cloud saves, and you can play on the same account if you just like sign out and sign into your cloud save. Okay, let's go get some seeds so we can plant something. If you do start over, you're definitely gonna play it differently. Ignore Remy's existence. Get Moana and Wally purely for the garden and fishing boat. Oh my goodness. What kind of plants do we want to plant? I want to look at the ingredients and kind of try to visualize what everything looks like when it's done. I feel like I actually want to plant an assortment of things. I don't think I want it to be uniform. And actually, we don't need to buy seeds because I definitely have a lot of seeds, I think, down in the chests that I just left in the peaceful meadow. You're actually enjoying it now, although having to run back to get your energy filled is a pain. Oh my goodness, yeah. I did start another save that I'm not playing in, but I just made so I could get some footage from the beginning of the game, and the running to the house was definitely an experience. Just eat apples and raspberries. Yeah, they do grow back quickly, but I also understand that I was so hesitant to get rid of anything at the beginning of the game because I didn't know. I don't know. I'm such a hoarder in games that it gave me anxiety to think about eating something when I could just run home. Let's take this corn maybe. The amount of willpower that I just had to display to not sing the corn song, truly astronomical. That kid is the cutest kid in the history of the world. I don't care if nobody's talking about the corn song anymore. I am still talking about the corn song. Your Scar Stove was able to move after the update. They did it for a few small bug fixes. Yeah, I thought that's what I was saying. I thought they had mentioned that in the patch notes for the update, but maybe it's still a little bit of a glitch for some people. You love seeing the difference in the tree now since the video? Oh, yay. You could never be a detective because you did not even notice. I didn't notice either until I think I was like, yeah, I found out on Discord, but I found out like before people really realized, like when Brittany was still kind of like, did anybody notice that the tree changed? And people were like, wait, what? And so I was part of the sleuthing squad trying to figure out what was making the tree grow. We were going through like so many things, like, is it the total amount of Dreamlight you have? Blah, blah, blah. But we eventually figured it out. Your well tree has not been growing? Oh no, and you have a lot of achievements done. I have heard at least one other person say that their tree is bugged also. I'm so sorry that that's the case for you. Do I have bell pepper seeds? I do. I want to plant those. I think they look nice. So we'll do that for the other one for Merlin. Tree? You have over 100k Dreamlight? Oh yeah, I made a video about it. It's one of my more recent videos, but this tree here in the plaza, in the well, when you start out, there's no tree, and then it grows based on your Dreamlight achievements. Not the like amount of Dreamlight you have, but yeah. It's pretty much my favorite thing in the valley. I worked so hard. The grinding was... it was rough. Okay, let's water these. Ah, you think yours is smaller? Yeah. There are 6 different stages of the tree. Let's see, do we still have all this stuff? Let's see if we can find the rest of these critters and feed them now that we finished Merlin's house. I'm both surprised and concerned at the fact that I haven't reached the item limit yet for the game. I don't know what it is. I'm very scared that I'm gonna hit it pretty soon and not be able to decorate more things, and my valley's gonna just look like a mess forever. But we'll see. You just did the Scar stove move like 10 minutes ago. Had no idea there was a bug. Yeah. At like 370 what? Oh, 370 items. Yeah, oh, okay. So there's actually there are different item limits. There's the limit that's the 600. That's for unique items though. So I think you can have um so like by unique items meaning different things like different types of, I think spices even count, different furniture pieces, but it doesn't take into account copies of items. So, for instance, like the picnic bench, I have multiple of the picnic benches around, and it won't show that I have more than one of the picnic bench, but there's a hidden limit that's total items, not unique items. Um, and I don't know what that limit is. I think we have one more turtle to feed as well. Yeah. Which one are we looking for? We found the purple one. The white sea turtle. I really hate this house here. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm going to have to do some thinking off stream about where I want to put the houses on the beach because I'm just not very happy with... I don't know. It's mostly Eric's house. He's giving me the hardest time. This is why you're holding off on decorating your valley. Scared it's going to be permanent limit set, but you definitely want to make the swamp into your haven. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, I briefly thought about putting my house in the Glade of Trust as well, but I feel like it doesn't really fit. Maybe once we get skins for the house, I'll probably pop it like back and forth in between the biomes. You put Eric's house in the meadow right next to the stairs for exactly that reason. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't want to, I don't know. I just feel like he needs to be on the beach, and I'm really holding on to that right now. I might need to let it go. What do I think about the recipes in Eric's house not having names or previews? So I think that's a bug actually, because I think I've definitely seen screenshots of some people having the names of the items. I don't think I've seen previews of the items, but I have definitely seen names for some people. I didn't have either. And I didn't necessarily care because I was just going to buy everything, but I think they should. I think that's the intention. I think it's just glitched. What I will say about the recipes at Eric's house is that there need to be more of them. For a level 10 quest to just... It was a level 10 quest, right? 8 or 10 to just get, like, what, 12, 13 recipes? I wish we got more. Hopefully they'll add more to the table throughout the game. This crocodile matches me. After I feed it, I'm going to make this crocodile my companion. I don't currently have one because I think I was filming earlier. And when I'm filming, I try not to have the companions following me around because they get in the way. The first showed up at 8. Okay, yeah. Where is the red crocodile? There it is. There! Oh my goodness, we look so cute. Eric's your favorite so far? He quickly replaced Moana? Oh my goodness. Eric, unfortunately, in both the movie and the game, has no personality, but he's so cute in the movie. Is there more stuff like Eric's table, by the way? Not anything quite like that, no. No, 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 he has personality in the game. Obnoxious. Oh no. I feel like his personality in the game is giving bland. It's giving unseasoned. Half-baked, if you will. It's really, I think, the fact that they only gave him like 3 different dialogue lines. It's not his fault. It's all the 1s and 2s in the code, right? You have a raven as your companion, but you start feeling bad because you feel like they must be getting tired. Oh no. Please pan over their houses again. It's so cute. Oh yeah. Sometimes I forget. Not everybody is here for streams. This is where I have Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy over here. Mickey and Minnie have their little homes next to each other, and I wanted them to have like a shared space where they could be a couple and in love. So they have a garden, since Minnie loves to garden and Mickey does too. And then they have a little picnic table. And then they also have this picnic blanket over here. And we were talking about soap operas that day on stream. So they have this little sitting area where they can sit down and just stare out at the valley and people watch and get all the hot goss. And then over here we have Goofy. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I thought they were going to be too close together, the houses. But we have Goofy with a little like crafting and hanging out area. And then we have Donald's boat. I don't know what I imagine that he sells on this cart here, but I don't know. He just has some things there. You just put their houses next to each other, done. That's what I did when I first got them. I had them just here side by side. But then I wanted to give them a little something special, so that's what we did. I think we have one more raven to feed, and I haven't found the rabbits, but I don't really want to go searching for them right now. You love the home placements? I have them fixed up so cute. Thank you. Yeah, I really do like that area in the valley right now. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. Especially since, for the most part, I think I've talked about this on stream too, I have indecision paralysis, where I will think about what I want to do for hours and hours. Like, literally, I'm not joking. I will sit down and try to think about what I want to do for the houses and how I want them to look, and I won't be able to think of anything. So actually getting on stream and committing to decorating has been wonderful for me because it forces me to just start doing something, and then it usually ends up looking pretty nice. So I'm not mad about it. All right, great. Yeah. I want to do Wally's area. I think I probably am going to leave him where he is on the other side of the peaceful meadow. I'm just not really sure what I want his area to look like. Because he's got his little garden. Probably going to turn it around because I like being able to see it. So if I do, I'll probably push his house up against the rocks and we'll give him an area. This isn't going to stay here, this topiary. I just wanted to remember that I owned it, so I plopped it down. That's what you like about Eric. After Gothel's rudeness, Maui's masochism, or machoism, masochism, very different. Um, Ariel and Ursula's teleporting. Mickey and Minnie's annoying voice. Oh no, not annoying voice. Eric is refreshing, I guess. Eric is just generic in a good way, I guess. Really giving you good ideas for your new gameplay. Much easier from the beginning than redoing. That's true. And I think that's part of it. Like, I think it takes so much time and mental effort on my part to actually decorate things that thinking about redoing it just makes me so sad. So, yeah. But I'm happy with how things have been turning out. You just looked up the Tangled easel. It's cute, but you want the swing chair, sun mirror, and the day and night paintings. Do I? I don't know if I know the day and night paintings. Let's clean up the beach a little bit. But yeah, I really want the easel. I don't know why. I have no reason why I need the easel. Except I just want it. But also the swing seat. I didn't know that existed until they posted about it on Twitter. I really hope we get a tower for Rapunzel when we get her in the game. Because there's definitely tower art on... Was it on the old loading screen, maybe? Or it was on something. There's a clip of a tower in one of the trailers, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to think. But it looked so good, so I really hope we get that as her house when she comes into the game. Okay. But yeah, my idea for the beach is that preferably this part would stay open. I want to push Maui out into the water more as well. And I want this part to be kind of like the lounging area where we can set up like the towels and the surfboards maybe. And then over here we'll have the more residential area where we have Moana currently. We'll figure out what we're doing with the well. I'll probably plop the well over here somewhere. I don't know where this pillar is going. And then somewhere Ariel and Eric. I just don't know where I want to put Eric. Quirkiness is fine, but if you have to deal with Gothel doing nothing but insulting you all the way to level 10, you're gonna need a break. Oh my goodness, yes. Mother Gothel is a lot to handle sometimes. I feel like she stopped doing it lately, but there was a solid chunk of time where she would just be lurking around the valley, just like rubbing her hair. Like, I think she's supposed to be primping, but the animation is very strange. It's kind of off-putting. I love Moana so much. Oh, actually, this is a...
You know you're practically everyone's hero here.
I did know that. Thank you, Moana. I have a question. Who do we think the game did the most dirty in terms of their character model? I feel like I think about this regularly, and I think unfortunately it's a toss-up between Maui and Elsa. Although Moana doesn't really look like herself either. What's my time zone? I'm in Eastern Standard Time. If the easel had a blank canvas, it would look much cuter to you. Right now it's a little plain, missing that. Yeah, that checks out. Mickey and Remy? Why do you think Mickey and Remy? This music is so good. Can we find any more night shards? Maybe? Remy was animated with so many individual hairs in the movie, and the game has like 3 layers of flat fur. I've never really noticed that. I feel like he's so small that I don't look at him closely enough. The funniest thing to me about Remy, though, is when he runs. I think it's so funny. Maui, yeah, you heard one streamer say he looked like an upside down T-Rex? Wait, what? Oh my goodness. And Mickey and Minnie look creepy the way their eyes are designed. Many people think that. You think Moana is actually fine? Here's the thing. I don't think Moana looks bad. I just don't think she looks very much like... I don't know. It's one of those things where I think it's deceiving. Where is Moana? Moana, let's find you. Oh, she's still over there. Like, you look at her and her character model looks fine, but then you look at the actual character in the movies or any of like the promo images, and she just doesn't look like that whatsoever, I don't think. Well, not whatsoever. She does, but honey, we're trying to look at your face. Stop walking away. I don't know, but she's real cute though. I love her dancing around the valley. Oh, so cute. Okay. She does not look like in the opening trailer, yeah, but she is cute, yeah. I think this is actually where we're gonna call it a stream. We were able to track down pretty much all of the critters, which is nice. We were able to decorate Merlins. I think it came out really nice. I'm happy with it. It feels appropriately chaotic like Merlin, but I think it also kind of suits his personality, and I think it fits in really nicely with the forest. But let's see. You think they all look pretty good except Elsa is a little off, and Goofy's noises bother you almost as much as Donald. Oh my goodness, I haven't really thought about Elsa's noises and stuff that she makes. That used to be quite a point of conversation for people, I think. But I haven't really heard her do that lately. Voice-wise, Mickey got done dirty. Sounds like they got a dollar store version. Oh no! Yeah, so some of the characters could use a little work, I think, but overall it's really good. But yeah, thank you so much for coming and hanging out in the stream. I will be streaming again tomorrow, but I'll be playing Coral Island tomorrow. So if you want to come and hang out, watch a cozy farming simulator game with NPCs that are all extraordinarily attractive for some reason, definitely feel free to pop by. But otherwise, I'll catch you in another stream. Have a great rest of your day.